Hi boys and girls. So today we are going to be starting the opening of the painting studio. We have a couple goals in mind when we're in here, at least for the first day that we're going to be starting. Naming the 3 primary colors. That should be a kindergarten goal all the way up through a 5th grade goal. We're going to be working with color mixing. So we're going to be making the secondary colors using the 3 primary colors. And our final goal is to learn how to take care of our brushes and the paints and how to clean them properly and just take care of them in general. So the 3 primary colors are yellow, blue, and red. There is no particular order on the color wheel. You don't have to have yellow at the top. It could be red, it could be blue. Where they're labeled with a P is where it's a primary color. So we are going to start by creating a little tray, putting together a little tray to do our mixing in. So I made this little sample of a tray. And we're going to be putting like yellow with red to create orange. You can see the orange color in the middle. Yellow and blue to make the green. Red and blue to make the purple. These trays are empty. We keep them empty, or in case we make a mistake, we can move over to these little dips, little wells as they call them. So this is what we are going to be trying to achieve today. So, and I'll do a little bit of cleaning as we go, as we talk about the cleaning process as well. So we have our tray, and you'll get a piece of paper, you'll get a paper towel, you'll pick up this tray, put your name on your paper first before you start. The painting part itself on the paper is not really my main focus today. Our main focus is, can you make secondary colors using these primary colors here, okay? Now, as you can see on our little fake tray, we are going to be taking 2 scoops of yellow. So I never want to see a student pour out the paint. It will be easy in one way, completely messy in another. A lot of times it overflows. Kids can't control it. It's really kind of runny paint, especially yellow. So we just use our brush and kind of scoop it in, kind of dab it in. You do need a fair amount, which means a good amount, of yellow. Because it is the lightest color, you need more of it. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do 2 scoops of yellow. I don't mean scoops individually. You might need 4 or 5 scoops actually. But you need to fill in your tray with a good amount of yellow. It might take you 4 or 5 times to kind of sort of fill it up. Okay, and now that we're talking about switching colors, because I'm done with the yellow, I'm going to go ahead and clean my brush. To do that, because I'm about to switch colors, so before I switch, I need to swish. All I mean is to put my brush in the water. If you notice I got paint all the way up to the tip of the brush. I'm going to swish it on the bottom. Please don't paint the bowls. I've noticed that a lot lately. So just swish it on the bottom. Don't do the tapping. We don't want to do that because you might spray water on other people or their painting, their artwork. Just take it and wipe it, and then just wipe it off completely the rest of the way with the paper towel. A lot of times we'll get paint up here, so please wipe your brush even that kind of far back, okay? Now you're ready for another color. You just need a little bit of blue, because it's such a dark color. You might just want to dip it in just a little bit, and that should be enough, just a little dip. And go ahead and put it into one of the wells, paint wells, and go ahead and mix it. So when you're adding that second color, you go ahead and take the time and mix it together. Otherwise, you're always going to be washing. Okay? And that makes your green, which is one of the secondary colors. Now, if that's too light, if you prefer it to be a little bit darker, you have to clean your brush, swish it, because even though I'm not technically switching colors, I just got a blue, this is a different color here. So I do have a different color. So I am switching colors, so I need to pick up a little bit more blue after I clean my brush, just a little bit, and go ahead and mix it in to make it a little bit darker if you prefer it to be a little bit darker. It depends on what kind of green you might be trying to achieve. Okay, and voila. Okay, go ahead and swish my paintbrush, because I'm going to be switching colors. I'm going to be getting a little bit of red now with my other yellow. So again, red is not a dark color, but it is darker than the yellow. So I don't need that much. I'm going to go ahead and mix them together. Just a little dab on the red. Because a lot of the kids I've noticed have been making really dark orange, and honestly, they almost look a little too red. And that's a good orange there. And it's hard to go back. Once it's kind of dark, it's really hard, and would take a lot more yellow, in our case here, either one of these, to make it lighter again. So if you just add a little bit, and if it's too light, you can always add a little bit more to make it a little bit darker. Swish. Because now I'm going to just be using red. So I'm going to go ahead and take out and scoop out some red, a good amount, because this is more the main color. This is the lighter of the two. So I'm moving down here to the red and the blue. I do need a little bit more red than I need blue. Again, for the same reason that blue is darker than the red. Swishing. Drying. I do see some red paint there still, so I want to wipe that off, wipe it clean. And we want to really make sure our brushes are clean because they can contaminate the other paints. They can change the color. A little bit of blue. And go ahead and mix it in with your red. Okay, so it changed it a little bit, not too much. I need a little bit more blue. So to do that, clean the brush, swish, wipe it. I still have a lot of red on my paintbrush there, so I'm going to wipe it off and pick up a little bit more blue, just a touch of it. Dip it down in there, and then go ahead and mix again with the red. And now I have my purple. Again, if you want it a little bit darker, you can go a little bit darker, but do make sure that you really mix it well, that you're kind of taking, I'm making a little bit more of a mess here. Try to keep it in the well, but try to scoop up all the paint and really mix it all together. You don't want just a shot of red over here and a solid blue over here. Really make sure you kind of pull it together and mix it. Okay, and now you have your primary colors to paint with, the 3 primary, and now you have some of the secondary colors, and then you can go ahead and paint whatever you would like to on your half sheet of paper. All right, enjoy.